Greetings to you, fellow educators. Welcome to this video session. My name is Samuel Chukwuemeka. In this video session, we shall create forums in our Moodle classroom. What is a Moodle forum? A Moodle forum is an activity in your classroom that promotes communication between you and your students. It also promotes communication and collaboration among your students. There are so many benefits of having Moodle forum in an online classroom. One of the benefits is that some of your students in the traditional classroom who feel shy, who probably do not want to ask questions or answer questions, they are more likely to communicate online. They are more likely to participate in class discussions. In almost all online classrooms, we have a discussion part, a discussion forum. That communication, that discussion is an integral part of an online classroom. Yeah, because it serves as the communication part in a traditional classroom. So it is very important. Now, as you would set classroom rules for discussion in a traditional classroom, it is also important that you set classroom rules for discussion in an online classroom. So it is good you tell students on what to write, how to write, to check their grammar and spellings when they post their discussions online, and when they reply to other students' posts. It is very important that they do so constructively. They apply constructive criticism and not destructive criticism. Remember, learning is a good process. Students are there to learn constructively. Okay, so every Moodle classroom comes with a typical forum called the news forum. This news forum, you as a teacher or facilitator can modify it. You can use it to post announcements. You can call it class announcements and post announcements to the class. This news forum that comes to the Moodle class by default is not for students to edit and reply. No, it is just for them to read. The teacher or the facilitator is the only one that has the ability to modify it or edit it or delete it or update it. So, however, for your students, for them to communicate using discussion forums, you can now create forums for them. So what we want to do first is we turn the editing on, and when we do that, let's create a forum in this week. So we go to add an activity, and when we click on it, we select forum. Now, you can use the forum activity for a number of things. You can use it to as a discussion topic for your class. You can use it as an assignment. You can use it as a debate. Students can debate, give their views on something. So whatever use you want to use it for, it is good. But it is important that all students participate in it. If you're using it in your class, communication is an integral part of learning. So it is important that students participate in it. So with this forum name, let's say I want my students to see whether they have any idea of the application of percents. So I might just give a forum name, application of percents, and then the forum type. One good thing about Moodle is that you can find out about each item by clicking on the question mark. There's a question mark in a blue circle. Is a help with forum type. So the forum type, if you click on it, we have several types here, and there are still more that will come in the future Moodle versions. So, but the best one, if you click on it, the best general purpose forum is the standard forum for general use. So we want to select that. It is there by default. And then in the introduction, I might say, what do you know about percents? Do you use the word, do you use or have you used the word percent? How have you used it? So one thing about forum is that it is for discussion. It is not just for writing one sentence, or writing I agree or I disagree. No, it is mainly for discussion. You want to there are several things you're testing in your students when you create forums in your class. You want to test their comprehension or understanding skill. Let's say you gave them a passage and you now ask them in the forum to discuss that passage. Or let's say you're testing their critical thinking skills. You just put out an open-ended question for them and let them give you their responses. You're also testing their writing skills because they have to reply to you. Now, forum is not for when they respond to forums, it is not an informal response. No, it has to be complete, correct sentences. Yeah, no use of slangs, no use of some words, all these some of these local words or slangs. No, we don't want that. We have to use complete, correct sentences, and they will have to use the when they respond, you ask them to make use of the spell check here, the spell check in this text editor to check their spellings. It is very important. So when you use forum, you use it efficiently and effectively. So the kind of question I might put out for them, it is not usually a yes or no question or a multiple choice question. No, it is something that they will have to give detailed response to. Detailed. And it has to be constructive. Yeah, they have to be sensitive in their posts. They have to be sensitive in their replies. Yeah. So this is the kind of open-ended question. It is not something that is yes. How have you used it? I might also add, give instances or examples. Okay, and usually I like to put some colors here. I want to make this blue, and I can leave it I might make it Times New Roman 12. Let me make it 14. Okay. Force everyone to be subscribed. I want this to be yes forever. I want it there. Read tracking for this forum. Nope. I will still look at everyone's responses. Now, when you set forums for your students, it is very important that you respond to all your students. It is very important that you respond to all their posts. Now, you do not have to respond to their replies, but you have to read their replies. You have to read their responses to other students. You are in charge of the classroom. You are monitoring your classroom. A student should not respond to another student in a way that is not good. So you do not have to enter in their conversation, in their responses, but you still have to monitor it. But you will have to respond to every student post, every one of them. It is very important. Maximum attachment size. You know, another good thing about forum is that students can upload files. Let's say you gave them an assignment that they probably cannot do with, in this text editor. Let's say that assignment involves a lot of math formulas that is not found in this text editor. So they might have to do that assignment on Microsoft Office Word, and then upload it as an attachment. Yeah. So by default, it comes at 64 meg. You can just leave it like that. And these settings, you might want to leave it. You can read every option to see what you want. And you don't want to block this. So, sometimes students come in the middle of the term, and if they come in, you still want them to go ahead and post. It is something that forum is something that is a continuous learning process. It's not, okay, we finished this module, let's now forget about it. Somebody can still go back, post, and it's a discussion, it's an ongoing discussion. And usually forums are graded. Now, in another video, we will talk about grades. So depending on the grade, when you create categories, then you know what category to assign the grade for the forum. But we have not done grading, so we can leave it for now. That is uncategorized. But usually you should grade forums as, usually I would say, a major grade, because it's the communication in the online classroom. And once you finish this, you can click save and return to course. And we see the forum here, application of persons. Looks like somebody who is talking. And the next thing we do is, as always, whenever you create an activity or resource, it is good to see how will your student view this. How would they say it? So you click on student view, and it is right here. This is the way they will say it. And what they will do, I'm doing this as a student. They will just go ahead and add a new discussion topic. And let me behave like a student here. I might say, my use of percents. And I might say, I have used the word percent in several ways. Examples include, number one, the sales tax in Montgomery County is 10%. Number two, the National Weather Service predicted a 25% chance of storm this weekend. Predicted a 25% chance of storm in our area this weekend. In our area this weekend. Number 3, my mother was so proud of me because I made a 100% in my math test. So, like this, kind of examples. Now, they can either number it or they can use bulleted form. Okay, I mean, but they have to answer. I mean, they really have to answer it correctly. So you might have a rubric for grading your discussion. And of course, everyone is subscribed to this forum. You just click post to forum, and then once the student posts to this forum, okay, you get it. So you receive it in the email that you used. In the email that you used to subscribe to this class, you receive it. And if I return to my normal role and I click this, and that means the student has posted, and then I can click on what the student posted and I can reply right away. Okay, so please try and do the Moodle forum in your class, and then as a student I would like you to post to that forum, and if possible reply also. Thank you so much for listening, and you have a great day.